Hello, welcome to this episode of Al's Joint. We're going to spend some time discussing what's going on in Washington, D.C., and we're going to spend some time discussing what's going on in the mayoral race in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where some MAGA donors think that they can dictate who the next mayor of that city will be. So let's take the gloves off and let's get at it. So, folks, let's delve right into the mayoral race out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where we have incumbent Ed Gainey being primaried by Corey O'Connor and some MAGA donors. You have millionaire MAGA donors, Cliff Forrest, Kent McAhallen, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correct or not, and Herb Shear donated tons of money into O'Connor's campaign. If you go back in the history of mayors in Pittsburgh, go back to the 70s, from Peter Flaherty, Richard Caligiuri, Sophie Masloff, Tom Murphy, Luke Ravenstahl, Bill Peduto, they've all were afforded a second term. I left out Bob O'Connor because he passed in his first year in office. He didn't get a chance to complete his first term. But all those mayors were afforded a second term without a challenge by the Democratic Party. But for some reason, I don't know what that reason is, these MAGA donors have decided that they want to change in Pittsburgh mayoral race. They want to be a player in that race. So the voters in Pittsburgh have a decision to make. Do they want to protect their mayor from this assault from the MAGA right, or are they going to go along with what we just went through in November? Are you going to reelect a mayor who stands up to Trump and his minions, or are you going to elect a MAGA-endorsed candidate? We want to talk about the terrible story of Abrego Garcia, a 29-year-old legalized citizen who was illegally deported to one of the worst prisons in the world in El Salvador. Although the courts ordered the Trump administration to bring him back so that he can have his due process, the administration ignored their orders and are currently stonewalling the courts. After that, they started a campaign to smear Mr. Garcia's name to justify their mistake. Folks, that's how dictatorship starts. They stop giving folks due process, they ignore the courts, then the propaganda starts. I just hope and pray that Mr. Garcia is still alive, because I think we both know what happens when you go back to those countries that you left. And I believe that's why all the stonewalling is happening, because they know what we suspect. The president of El Salvador met with Donald Trump in the White House, and they discussed building additional prisons to house immigrants as well as homegrown Americans.
I said, homegrowns are next. The homegrown's built. You got to build about 5 more places.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
When a reporter asked the El Salvadorian president, would he be able to bring Mr. Garcia back, the answer was no. So clearly, Trump has started a trend that our judicial system should not be respected by other countries. This has never happened in the history of the United States, but it's happening now. He told, I counted, 12 consecutive lies, and the press just let him ramble on. He just told lie after lie after lie, and nobody holds him accountable. I wonder if these folks
we are still taking metal, sharpened objects, missiles to include bottles and rocks, and hand-thrown chemical-grade fireworks. This is now effectively a riot.
1349 hours declaring it a riot.
Okay, guys. Apparently, this tip of the spear has entered the Capitol building.
If I give this up, they're going to have to run Dexter. At least this Capitol we can defend. We got to hold what we have.
Take your pins off.
Yeah. The fuck?
Take your pins off.
Where the fuck are they?
Crucial 50 has planked. 1033. I repeat, 1033 was from the Capitol. We have been planked and we've lost the line.
Lock the shields. Lock them together. Lock them together. We need Patriots in the front. Come on. Jimmy, get him to the back. Get him to the back. Get him to the back. Let's get some fresh faces up front. All right, let me out! You gotta go back. Let me out here.
Would qualify as homegrown criminals who on January 6th killed one police officer and injured 141 others. And let's not forget the Central Park Five that Donald Trump condemned to death for crimes they didn't commit, where they spent 12 years of their life rotting in a prison. Those young teenagers would have been deported under his new rule that he's trying to implement, and most likely they would have never made it back from El Salvador. Folks, we need to push back. We need to fight back. He wants to be a dictator. He wants to be a king. And we need to show him that we're a democracy, that we're a free country, that we're a republic, and we're not a kingdom. Thanks again, folks, for joining me on Al's Joint. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe and share with your friends. Catch you next Friday.
This episode of Al's Joint is brought to you by Jackpack.